Yes, many movements also for Manchester United, also in terms of outgoings, because obviously the incomings are important. I understand Man United fans who want to have news on signings, and I hope as soon as possible there will be updates. But for the outgoings, it's an important warning, because first of all, update from the morning: Altay Bajindir is leaving Manchester United and joining Celta Vigo. Loan deal with an option to buy around 4 million euros. Celta Vigo will cover the main part of the salary of Altay Bajindir, the Turkish goalkeeper. Why? Because Man United already signed their backup goalkeeper Cardarlo from Leeds United on a free, and so Senne Lammens and Cardarlo will be the two goalkeepers. And also another exit is going to be Radek Vitek, who is joining Middlesbrough, permanent deal. Manchester United are getting £7 million immediately, plus add-ons up to £14 million package. Man United also have a 35% sell-out clause, buyback clause, and so Vitek is going to borrow, and now Manchester United are also making extra money.
Updates also on the situation of Marcus Rashford.
Yes, on Rashford, important to mention one thing. Day by day, while we wait Marcus Rashford to return to training with Manchester United, the feeling internally at Man United is that Marcus Rashford has increasing chances to continue at the club. So the expectation now at the beginning of August is that unless something crazy happens on the market, Marcus Rashford can really stay at Manchester United, compete for a place at the club, and be available for Michael Carrick. I was telling you during the World Cup that Carrick wants to work with Marcus Rashford, that Man United are waiting to welcome him back to training for the pre-season, and that's the case. Man United are waiting for Rashford, and at the moment there are no concrete movements for Marcus Rashford in terms of exit. Rashford is not going to Al Nassr, to Fenerbahce, he's only eventually going to top European clubs, but at the moment the situation is very quiet, and Man United believe internally that Rashford at the end of the summer transfer window has really, I would say, big chances, more than 50%, to continue at the club. So keep an eye on Rashford, because it could be like a new signing for United eventually.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Red Devils Updates. Today we've got a packed update covering Manchester United's final push in the transfer window. Fabrizio Romano has revealed the exact percentage chance of Marcus Rashford remaining at Old Trafford, and it's not the outcome the club hierarchy were hoping for. Newcastle's sale of Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal has also created a major complication in United's pursuit of Lewis Hall. Meanwhile, the Reds are prepared to activate Jorge Salinas' release clause as an alternative option at left back. We'll also look ahead to this weekend's huge preseason clash against PSG. Let's dive straight into all the latest news. Right, we'll begin with Marcus Rashford, because today's reports from several reliable journalists paint a very clear picture of where this transfer saga is heading. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Fabrizio Romano explained that the feeling inside Manchester United is growing stronger that Rashford will remain at the club. He even put a number on it, saying there is now more than a 50% chance that the England international stays at Old Trafford for the 2026/27 campaign. Romano also made another interesting point that is sure to spark discussion among supporters. He believes Rashford could almost feel like a brand new signing under Michael Carrick this season. Carrick and his coaching staff are reportedly excited by the opportunity to work closely with the 28-year-old forward. Those close to the manager believe Rashford has every chance of becoming one of the team's most important players once again for the club he grew up supporting. BBC Sports' Simon Stone delivered a very similar message. According to him, Rashford's expected return to Manchester United is now close to being finalized, and unless something unexpected happens before the transfer deadline, he will be part of the club's plans going forward. So, to sum it up, Romano gives it better than a 50% chance that Rashford stays, while Stone believes his return is almost inevitable. Although United's board would still consider selling him, the right offer simply hasn't arrived. There has been interest from clubs in Saudi Arabia as well as Major League Soccer, but none of those proposals have matched the valuation Manchester United are looking for. Rashford has also made his own position very clear through his representatives. He is only interested in joining a top European league if he leaves Old Trafford. A move to Saudi Arabia is not being considered, and Turkey is also off the table. Speaking on TalkSport, Jeff Stelling was equally straightforward. In his view, Turkey would only be a last resort destination for Rashford, and he cannot see that move happening. As things stand, Rashford is expected to report back to Carrington later this week alongside Kabi Mainu and Lisandro Martinez as the remaining World Cup players return from their summer breaks. He is also expected to be involved in the upcoming training camp in County Mayo, Republic of Ireland, before potentially featuring against AC Milan, now managed by his former rival Ruben Amorim, in Wrocław on August 15th. That would certainly make for a fascinating storyline. Could there still be a dramatic twist before the deadline? Of course. The transfer window remains open until September 1st, and clubs could still make a late approach during the final days. However, all the current indications point in one direction. Unless something changes unexpectedly, Marcus Rashford looks set to remain a Manchester United player next season. For United, that means planning accordingly. Rashford's reported salary of around £325,000 per week has a significant impact on the club's financial picture if he stays in the squad. At the same time, Carrick's confidence that he can get the very best out of the forward, combined with Rashford's determination to prove himself after his Barcelona spell, could create one of the biggest redemption stories of the season, something very few people predicted when the summer transfer window first opened. Now, on to some disappointing news regarding Manchester United's top target at left back. Newcastle's decision to sell Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal has made a move for Lewis Hall considerably more difficult, and there's a clear reason why. This summer has already seen Newcastle lose several of their biggest stars. Anthony Gordon completed a move to Barcelona for £69 million. Sandro Tonali joined Tottenham in a deal worth £100 million. And now club captain Bruno Guimaraes has left for Arsenal in a transfer valued at £75 million. In just one transfer window, Newcastle have watched three of their most influential players depart for a combined total of roughly £244 million. Because of that, the club's hierarchy have reached a firm decision they do not want Lewis Hall to be the next major exit. According to Standard Sport, negotiating a deal for the young defender is proving extremely difficult. Newcastle are determined not to weaken their squad any further before the transfer window closes on September 1st. Hall featured in 47 matches last season and has become a central figure in the club's rebuilding project under new head coach Matthias Gissaw. Manchester United's interest, however, has not faded. Sporting director Jason Wilcox has admired the 21-year-old England under. 2-1 international for a long time and continues to view him as one of the club's priority targets. Reports also suggest that Hall would welcome the opportunity to move to Old Trafford. The chance to play Champions League football, along with a clear pathway to becoming Luke Shaw's long-term successor, makes United an attractive destination. The biggest obstacle is Newcastle's position. At this stage, they may simply refuse to sell regardless of how interested Manchester United are. Thanks for watching, but if you want to stay updated on everything happening at Manchester United, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our latest updates.